This week we're going to take a look at the Flam tap and some ways that we can create syncopated odd groupings by just adding an extra tap to the rudiment. Before we get there, let's review what the Flam tap is. The Flam tap is a flam followed by a tap with the same hand and then repeated with the other hand. Flam and then a tap with the same hand. So right flam, right tap, left flam, left tap, or the opposite. Left hand, left tap, right flam, right tap. And those flow well together. It creates this back and forth pendulum. Or other hand. Now, it's almost always taut with the flam on the downbeat. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you start with the tap, it'll displace the flam tap to be on the E's and U's. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. So again, that was a right tap to offset, and then the flam start with the left. Right, left, left, right, right. Right, right. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3. All right, so what's an exercise that you can practice to get from playing them on the downbeat to the offbeat? Do a measure of regular flam taps, and then when you get to beat one, the second measure, just add an extra tap with the opposite hand. So 1 E and a, 2 E and a, E and a, 4 E and a, right tap, and then we start playing the flam taps on the E's and U's. So that's a 2-bar cycle. Let's try it. 1 E and a, ready, go. 1 E and a, 2 E, a 3 E, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Now what do? To get to the third measure, since that second measure ends on a flam, you just do an alternating flam, and now you start the whole exercise on the left side. So now with the left, 1 E and a, 2 E and a 4 E and a, tap E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. So the whole thing is a 4-bar cycle. Now let's try the whole thing. 4-bar phrase. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, ready and a, go E and a 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 4 E and repeat it, and a 2 E and a 3, 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. All right, now let's shorten the phrase. We're just going to do 2 beats of each variation. So 1 E and a, 2 E and a, switch E and a, 2 E and switch E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E, 4 E and a, 1. Try that. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and 4 E and a, 1 E and 2 E and a, 3, 4 E and repeat it, and a 2 E and a, 3 E and 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1. Now if you shorten it down to just 1 beat before you flip it, it's going to be a 5-note grouping. This will be flam, tap, and an extra tap with the opposite hand to throw it to the offbeat. That's 5 16th notes. It's an interesting phrase. What we're going to do here is we're going to repeat the 5s until you get to the end of 2 measures. And at the end of 2 measures, you have an extra flam tap to play, which will then flip you over to the opposite hand. So very slowly, 1 E and a, 2 E, a 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and 4 E, flam, tap, flip, E and a, 2 E, a 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and a, 4 E, flam, tap, back to the beginning. It's a pretty tricky phrase because you have 5 16th notes cycling over 2 bars, so take your time with it, count it out loud, write it out if you need to. Eventually you'll memorize the way that this thing flows, and also there's some muscle memory with how it feels in your hands. So trust your hands once they kind of learn the pattern. Let's try it again just a little bit faster. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 2E and a 4E. Flam tap. 1E and a 2E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. Flam tap 1. Hopefully you're following along. You can see the potential here for this to really open up a lot of creative options with the flam taps. So they don't always have to be played so downbeat heavy. Even if you just focus on those first exercises with getting the offbeat version, 1, 2, E, and 4, E, and. There's a lot you can do when you start messing around with the kit, and then especially when you start internalizing this 5. That has like a certain flow to it. Which is really cool. So we'll get into this stuff on the kit in a later lesson. But for now, try these exercises. Again, go super slow, use a metronome, count out loud, and then have fun with it. See you next time.